One of the things I hear all the time when a new client will come in or call us on the phone, and they'll say right away, well, like, look, I have full coverage. And well, what does that really mean? And in Florida, a lot of people they'll buy what their agent tells them is full coverage, but they don't have the most important coverage, and that's uninsured motorist protection. And really, and it's called coverage, so I'll just refer to it as coverage. But what coverage does is it insures you against the risk that you might possibly be hit by a driver who's totally uninsured. And I can tell you right now that we see a ton of cases involving totally underinsured drivers. And I mean drivers with no bodily injury protection for the benefit of the victims that they injure. And most people, they're like, well, isn't it the law? Isn't insurance required in the state of Florida? And the answer is bodily injury protection to cover the victims is not required at all. And also what we see a lot of too is where at-fault drivers are terribly underinsured, meaning they don't have nearly enough insurance coverage to actually pay for the damage or the injuries that they cause. So the answer is you want to buy coverage. And what coverage is, it self-insures you against the risk that you get hit or hurt by somebody who has either no insurance or too little insurance. And essentially what they say in the business is that when you buy this coverage, your own insurance company stands in the shoes of the driver that hit you as if they were that person's insurance company. And then everything is the same. And by buying this important insurance coverage, you're really protecting yourself, because I can tell you what we see and what we're seeing with the medical bills, it's going up, up, up. And uninsured motorists will cover your medical bills potentially, your future medical bills. It might cover lost earnings. It can even cover something called loss of future earning capacity, and even your pain and suffering damages. And if you don't have that and you get hit by somebody who doesn't have insurance coverage for you, you're out of luck, because guess what? Nothing happens to these people who don't carry coverage. There's no punishment. They're not breaking any laws. They didn't commit a crime. They just hurt you. And unfortunately, you have nothing to get. And then clients will ask me all the time, well, can I just sue this person? Well, the reality is you can sue them, but more often than not, if somebody doesn't even have automobile liability insurance to cover the injured victim, they're not going to have any real assets to pay you or the money to pay you for the harm and losses that they've inflicted upon you through no fault of your own. The best thing you could ever do, talk to your insurance agent right away before you even get into an accident, and make sure that you have as much uninsured motorist protection as you can possibly afford to buy. I think it's more important than any other form of insurance that you can buy, because you're protecting you and your family from these other people, these other bad drivers who don't have enough insurance to care for you, or don't have any insurance at all, God forbid. So if you've been in an accident, come in, give us a call. We're more than happy to review your insurance policy at no cost to you to see if you have this all-important insurance protection. As I said, it can make all the difference in the world to you financially, and it doesn't cost you anything to find out. And also, of course, if you don't have that insurance, as I said, call an insurance agent and get as much as you can buy. And I'm more than happy to give you a free review of your policy. It's not what we do, but I know enough to at least guide you and point you in the right direction to get that all-important critical coverage.